On today's episode, I'm going to start working on getting the motorhome out, which is going to involve, first step is getting the trees that have grown around it peeled back. There's a couple that have grown over it. And then there's a couple that have grown. Well, this big one here I'm not going to be able to do much about, but there's some behind it, like up there in the top corners, that I'll try to get off, so once the tires get pumped up, it won't wedge itself up under those trees. I guess that's my theory. If the tires pump up, that'll be the next step. But let's get the chainsaw and a ladder and try not to die. These trees have grown around the edges of the Winnebago. So if the tires pump up, they are not going to, they'll just get stuck. It's going to wedge itself. So just try to get these cut down safely, and then we'll attempt to blow the tires up. It's that easy, right? It might be the only one ever to cut firewood on the roof of a Winnebago. That was fairly successful. Other than that one down there that's cantilevered over the house, I think I can pull the motorhome away from that. The rest of them are all off. So I just got to chuck this these pieces of firewood off, and then we'll try to pump the tires up. Okay, got the air compressor going. I'm a little worried about this tire. It's off the bead, as you can see. I don't know if I can make it work or not, but it's worth a shot, I guess. Seems to be the only one that is flat. Actually, I think the back one's got air in it. It's just sunk into the ground. I'm gonna get two hands and try this. Well, this has escalated a little bit. I couldn't get the bead to seat, and I figured bead to seal, so I came down with a jack and lifted it up, but then I realized it wasn't going to work because there's a hole in the tire here. So these are 19.5-inch tires. Kind of a pain to get. I wouldn't spend money on one. If I could find a used one and just for a couple bucks I'd throw it on here, only because I've been kicking the other tires and they're all still have air in them. So it would be nice to just have this one inflated, so it'll be easier. I'm gonna have to pull this out of here with a big tractor, and it'd be easier for Carrie to steer it, or whoever's steering it, if this was up. That's if the tires even turn. I don't think they'll probably turn, but they might eventually. So I'll look on Marketplace for a cheap tire. Otherwise, I'm just gonna clear everything out in front of it, and we're gonna drag it out one way or the other. Found a tire fairly close by on a rim, 25 bucks. So I pulled the other one off. Had a heck of a lot of tread on it like the rest of them do, but it was blown out. This thing has just under 7,000 miles, like 6,800 something. So I'll probably put it somewhere and then, I don't know, try to sell, I don't know what, but I want the engine and the transmission out of it. That'll be a project for another day. But anyways, it's all ready to pull out. I got, other than the tire, got everything cleared out in front of it, and we will come back another day once it's got that other tire on the front and make a video about pulling this thing out of here. It's been sitting there a long time. So progress, right? Yeah. Oh man. Uh-oh. My jack sunk a little bit. Okay. My $25 tire is ready to go on. So let's get this thing mounted so we can yank this sucker out of here. Gonna leave this thing up in the air for now, and that'll make it easier for me to hook a chain onto something preferably very solid under there. So this isn't gonna move quite that easily, judging on how those tires aren't rotating and everything's sunk in the ground up to the axles. Okay, it's time for a big tractor. Happy, I don't know what today is. Anyways, My time lapse is a little off, you can tell. This video came out after the first one, the last one I should say, originally, and then the machine showed up and we did a lot of clearing. So today I'm getting the motorhome out. I hope. Got the big machine and the chain. I left the chain on the front so I can pull it from the front, pull it from the back. But we'll see what happens. It's big, but I don't know. I don't think it's very heavy, so we're just gonna give it a whirl and see what happens. And if anything goes wrong, you can watch and laugh. We'll see. All right, so what I'm doing is just plain and simple. There's a receiver hitch on here. I'm sure you've never hooked anything up to this. Maybe a bike rack or something, who knows. Oh yeah, slides right in. Alright, so got that. Toughest. I didn't lose my pin because it's ground colored. There it is. You glad I took the phone along with me so I can make you all dizzy? Okay, so one chain here. This will come unhooked as soon as I get up in the seat. And on the other end, there's a bucket of the excavator. So I'm going to take it straight back, and I think I'm going to stick it over here somewhere for now. But there we go. I've got the machine off to the right here to try to get it away from those trees when I pull. So I don't know. Been waiting to do this a long time. Let's see, put my little cell phone mount up here and let her rip. Hold on a second. All right, here goes nothing. Leave the throttle down a little bit. From experience, pulling like this, with something hydraulic, does pull a little bit easier. I initially was going to just pull this with the tractor. This is coming up. See this or not. Okay, I got you on super zoom. Close the door and I got it mounted the other side, so wants to come up. Does not want to pull back. Suction cupped right into the ground. I'm shocked that these tires are still up. That's incredible. Let's have a stainless exhaust system or a tip or something. That thing's not even rotted out. Wow. Pretty good ground clearance. There's the hole. Oh, wow. There's where the tree was. So as I was saying, I was going to hook onto this from the front and bring my big tractor down, have Carrie steer, make a whole thing out of it, but figured if she doesn't have to be in that nasty thing, why bother, right? So, all right, now we're in business. Still can't believe those tires are up. Okay. Finally got that thing out of there. The rear wheels were turning, I could tell from the cab. I have to watch this video and see if the front wheels are turning. Of course, they moved, steered, of course, so it's gonna make it a little trickier to get it where I want it to go, but man, it's too bad. This was a really nice rig back in the day. If I was super ambitious, I'd just start clawing the thing apart and get to the big block that's in there. I don't know. We still got to go through it though. Maybe that's where all the gold's kept. So I kind of want to put it over here, kind of in here, but I want to mow all that, believe it or not, because that's trying to hook that little stuff out with the bush hog or with the excavator, take more dirt than it's worth. I can bush hog this stuff. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Nope. All right. So yeah, I'll just keep going backwards. I'll hook onto that chain and try to snug it in here somehow. Okay, got it dragged out to the field, as you can kind of tell. I did lose a mirror on the tree. Darn it. Yeah, I'm gonna now pull it forward and see how that goes. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. Oh, the driver's front tire is turning. That's crazy. was like a dream. Huh. Incredible. Oh no, I'm in the buckthorn. Oh. Hate this stuff. Ouch. Well, that actually didn't go too bad. Exercised it, you know what I mean? And my chain just came undone. Cool. Well, I think I'll be happy with this. There's a generator in there too. Guess I should have known that. Huh. Alright, well. Cool. rain kind of threw me off. I wanted to be working in the field, but moving the motor home, and I didn't want to videotape it. I got nervous. I started to, but I stopped. I knocked down the leaning tree over here, the one that was leaning over the house. It was one of those trees with no root system in it, but it had a pretty big root because it was a pretty big tree. But I was still able to tip it, and then using a chain and angles and different maneuvering, I got it out of that hole. There's an aspen here and another one of these. I think that's a walnut. But this is incredibly wide open now with the motorhome and those trees out of here. It is just like, wow, it's a heck of a lot more daylight in here. And no daffodils were harmed. A couple got a little kinked, but the bulbs and everything are all good. Hello, everyone. This is the day, this is present day. I'm making this video and I'm going to go home and wrap up the Winnebago episode, which has been, I hate to say it, over a month in the making. We've been very busy with other things. As you can kind of tell, those who've watched the videos on a regular basis, that we haven't had some videos in a while. So trying to get back into the swing of things. Had a really wet spring out here, so we haven't gotten a lot of field work done for the farm, but we are busy with other things, as you can tell by this firewood pile in front of the beautiful motorhome. I've just been kind of clearing out on around the woods and the lot line where everything's kind of grown in. This is what has become of it. But we are going to get back into cleaning the house next, hopefully this week, so we can put a video out next week and continue on with that process. It's been a long time. I don't even think I've set foot in the house in a good 3 or 4 weeks. So get back into it. Thank you again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the pulling that motorhome out of its resting spot for the last 30 years as much as I did. That was just having this space open now is made a huge difference to the place as far as accessibility, looks, everything. Just, it's been great. So we will talk to you next week. Have a good one and take care. Bye-bye.